Dylan Roof, a 21-year-old white male, strolls into a church known as the African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charlestown, South Carolina, to attend Bible study. What seems to be a tourist waiting to attend prayer ends up into a devastating mass murder. Just when you think racism is over, situations like this rise from our dark history. The incident occurred on June 17th after Pickney, the Reverend, one of the victims of the shooting, brought Roof with him to the Bible study. All the people attending the Bible study happily welcomed Roof with open arms. None of them suspected Roof of having murderous intentions or even having the slightest appearance of being racist in that fact. Dylan Roof had reasons for the murder he committed. Many people have assumed that his plan was to create a race war, so he decided to murder them with racist intentions, to create this war between African Americans and whites and other races as well. As claimed by CNN, Roof actually thought twice about murdering everyone, but then realized that no one else was going to go through with it. So, from Roof's intentions, he killed 9 innocent people. The victims and the survivors, the deaths from the Bible study. And according to CNN, this act was one of the most tragic incidents of domestic terrorism since the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. During the Bible study, it is believed that Roof shot Reverend Pickney first, the one who generously brought him in to the Bible study. And after, Roof fires at the oldest victim, named Susie Jackson. But Saunders, her great-nephew, jumped in front of his great-aunt to save her life, but unfortunately, both were killed. The mother of Saunders, Felicia, pretended to be dead and watched her son fall to the ground and laid there in his blood. With them, many others were killed, as well as Cynthia Hurd, Reverend DePayne, Ethel Lance, Reverend Shonda, Myra Thompson, and Reverend Daniel Simmons. Failing for Roof, he failed in starting the race war by acts that I will tell you now. In this act, Roof let one person live so that people would know what had happened here, and actually he had an intention to kill himself afterward. That survivor was Felicia Saunders, the one who laid in the blood of her son, dead. Instead of anger and hate, Felicia showed empathy and forgave Roof. The mass killing was only based on racism, a time apparently not over. Dylan Roof killed innocent people of a different color in an act of anger and hatred to possibly push the idea of racism, which we thought was long forgotten. And in today's society, people believe racism is over, but when something happens like this, in today's society, it opens our eyes that racism is alive and breathing. With racism and people like Dylan Roof who think anyone other than their own race is worthless scum, we need to make a stand and stop this now. Why do people have to be different? Why can't we be the same? There's nothing wrong with that. People need to grow up and move on. It's embarrassing.